Welcome back to On Scene Sports TV. My name is Coach Javon Parchment. Yes, people. Stephen Francis blames Riley poor decision for the senior athletes 4x4 relay failure at the controversial. It's a controversial take on the matter, people. Like, subscribe, and share to the content. So, people, I have the information right here. I have the video, and I want to play it for you guys as well, so you guys can, see what Stephen Francis is talking about when he talks about the Riley situation, people. So I'm going to play the video. I just want you guys to listen, and we are going to dissect what Stephen Francis is saying about decisions that Riley, the J3, Sir Gale, the president, keeps making, that putting strains on athletes and stuff like that. Alright, people? So just listen while I play the video.
Like most of the things that the J3 has done, Mr. Gale, as good a man as he is, he has left it all in the hands of David Riley to make these technical decisions. Mr. Riley doesn't know what he's talking about or doing. This 4x4
So the first thing him say is that Mr. Gale put everything in Riley hands, and Mr. Riley don't know what he is doing. You understand, people? May I go further? Right? So may I go further, people?
It's comical. I could tell you long before that it's not going to work. Because to expect the people who qualified for the 400 to run in 4x4, they're not going to do it.
So expect the people who run in the 4x4 to run now in the 400 flat, right? And then now to come back to run the 4x4. They're not going to do it. That is what Stephen Francis is saying. So listen more, people.
What they should have done, if you know from May, the first weekend in May, that you're failed to qualify so far, you pick up the phone, you go to Europe, ask one of the meets to arrange a 4x4. The national teams in Europe wouldn't mind running. Or if not, they put together some other people. You choose a very fast track, and you go run. It is not rocket science, but these guys make it seem as if nobody else in the world has ever done this. And that is the problem. They are relying on people who don't know the customs, the practices, the tricks, the procedures. And they don't ask questions. I told Mr. Gale, and last week, Thursday and Friday, I said, Mr. Gale, look here. This thing you're doing in the 400 is rubbish. First of all, the team does not start much of a medal chance.
True.
Secondly, when you allow the 400 people to run on the 2 rounds, you're going to choose the wrong quarter milers. Because those quarter milers are not necessarily going to stand up in a situation where they go to the World Championships and they have to run 44 or 45 every round.
True.
But you need 3 rounds to get your quarter milers to make sure you get the best ones. And I said to him, I said, look, before you take any decision, which Riley brings to you or whatever for seniors, make sure that you call Mr. Mills or Mr. Francis.
So Stephen Francis said, make sure you call Mr. Mills, make sure you call Stephen Francis, make sure you call GC Foster, coach, over there, the technical coach for Jamaica national track and field team, Maurice Wilson, people. Yeah, man, make sure you call him. That's what Stephen Francis is saying right here. But no, Gale taking information from Mr. David Riley and not, really going to the bigger, the most experienced and knowledgeable coach. All right, so let's look at this.
Mr. Wilson, right? Those are the people who know about the sport at the senior level. They are the people who have lived it, right? Do not depend on people who what they do is coach a high school team and they don't know nothing about it. Because it depends on you.
People, Stephen Francis always talk about this now. Don't depend on persons who coach at the high school. Right? are not really knowledgeable about senior athletes. He keeps saying this. I think David Riley said that he was one of the first coach to create a jumper for the national team and so on. So it is what it is. Let's listen more from Stephen Francis.
Been a part of it, right? But he didn't listen, right? And it was bound to fail. But they had to try this. Well, I don't mind that.
They asked Stephen Francis what was his remarks on the interview that Stephen Francis that David Riley called Stephen Francis a word that I think was not necessary. I think he was too much wanting to go after Stephen Francis more than talk to the nation about the policies that was in place, his decision in the 4x4 and stuff like that. I thought David Riley, in that interview, he was more in the attack more than anything else, and I never liked it. That's from me as an analyst or as a blogger. I don't think they want to call me. I didn't like the David Riley interview. It was like an attack on certain words that he used and so on. It just never fit for the airway. You understand me? Yeah.
And if he thinks that 2 engineering degrees and a level 5 certificate makes him a great coach, then so be it, right? But all I'm saying is, right, as I said before, try not to stand in the way of the seniors. To organize the 200s at 5:30 on Friday and Saturday evening, when you know there's going to be a headwind. Right? These people are looking for Olympic qualifiers. Right? If you had scheduled the 200 at 7 o'clock, they would have got 2 shots at it. But by scheduling the 200 at the time when they did, they have only 1 shot. Right? And those are the kind of things you don't think about artists. You don't know anything, so you just put on the time because it's convenient for you.
so Stephen Francis say, David Riley just put on the time because it's convenient for him. Yeah, man. He speak about his 2 engineering degree and his level 5 international coaching license and so on. But Stephen Francis still think that the decision that David Riley makes is lack of lack of knowledge of a senior athlete. He wants David Riley to stand out of senior athletes' way. And that's this is the words from David Riley, people. So I'm just going over it so I can get a clear understanding that where Stephen Francis is coming from. Alright, people. Now I will ask you guys a question. Is Stephen Francis right? Is Stephen Francis attacking David Riley because of personal issues? Or it's strictly the business of track and field? Alright, people. So I want you guys to answer in the comment section. Let me continue.
Right, the hurdlers, every sprint race and a straight supposed to be run in the nights in Jamaica. Right, those are the kind of things I'm talking about, where it requires more than 2 engineering degrees and a level 5 certificate for you to understand. And the thing about Riley is that he don't ask questions. None of the people I've mentioned can recall any time when Riley comes to them and bounce ideas and asks them, what should I do? And that is a sign of somebody who should not be in an organization making decisions on areas that he has not shown much competence.
Why people don't hear that? If people don't hear that, him say, Riley don't really come and ask questions. Him say David Riley don't come to him, or he can't recall Riley come to them and ask many questions. And that is a sign of showing that he should not be in that position or capacity to make decisions, pertaining to senior athletes. People hear what go on. Yeah, man. Listen what go on. Unseen Sports have it right as a phone, people. Yeah, man. Now the quick question: why did you think David Riley resort to a personal attack? I talked about it earlier. Let's listen to what Stephen Francis had to say about that.
Because he can't defend what he did. We have had 4 world relays. Every world relay you go back to the team that ran the previous year in the World Championship or the Olympics. Those people are the priority. You also put in those people who have shown real breakout speed or whatever during the season so far. And that's the team you run. Right? But all of a sudden he decided that that was rubbish and they need to now do something different. Bolt ran at World Relays twice, I think, and in both cases he had not run a race all year. Similar to you and Blake, right? Similar to Asaf or Shelley, Elaine, everybody. You do not do what he did, but he decided that that is what. He is very, very bright and he's a genius and he has 2 engineering degrees. And that is what he must do. So all I'm saying, I mean, I know he can't attack what I'm saying, so he has attacked me. And I don't mind, my back is broad.
Alright people, so now here, that's the last word that Stephen Francis talked about David Riley. You know, he said that his back is broad. And the reason why he got that personal attack is because he can't defend what, you know, the sporting issues, you know, the decisions and so on. So he attack him personally. Yeah, we should agree with Stephen Francis. I think David Riley should have shown more intelligence in how he answered the questions on Sportsmax. The attack, the personal attack, it wasn't called for in my opinion. And I think, you know, if David Riley watch over that interview, he said that, hey, you know, I might be wrong and so on, you know, and move on and try to be better when it comes down to the interview. Very bright guy, a very smart guy, I think, but you know, he got that one wrong, in my opinion. And that's telling me I think Stephen Francis is right in this one, and I think, you know, if Stephen Francis is right about the part that David Riley not listening or not asking anybody any question, he should start to incorporate that in his program, you know, when he makes these decisions, bring it to some of these senior coaches who live the senior athletes development. You understand, these coaches and these administrators, alright people? So more or less the question to only people, when you think about this one, you don't want to think about Stephen Francis speaking, talking about, you know, the J.J. Garrett Gale and giving David Riley the mantle to make decisions on senior athletes and senior decisions when it comes to track and field in Jamaica. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one. You understand me, people? Unseen Sports, one scene, always on the scene, giving you guys information. I'm going to be out.